is Margie, and this is Imagine Over 50. And I have been dealing with something very, very heavy for me right now. My 18-year-old cat passed away. She was just my buddy. She was my friend. She was everywhere with me through the thick and the thin, and through everything that you can imagine. She was there for it, and I'm feeling a little lost without her, but it was her time to go. She was so lethargic when I saw her, and she was laying in her cat box, which is very odd behavior. So I had to make the decision that she should not be suffering anymore, especially when my inner self was telling me she was dying, and I knew that for a fact. But I have a question for you, totally unrelated to the cat, but not so much. Okay, ready? When was the last time that you flew a kite? Thinking about that one, aren't you? Or when was the last time you just opened a box of crayons and just started coloring in a coloring book? Or when was the last time that you decided to doodle or draw something? Just didn't have to be perfect. It was just something to play. I know these things may sound small, but they matter, and there's a reason why. Those reminders can give you simple joy, something that you may have not have experienced in a while, or something that just makes you just want to feel in touch with your inner self. My podcast is about being your own self and reaching your inner child, and I say that a lot. I know people have asked me, why are you talking about your inner child? This is all you ever talk about. But there's a reason why I'm talking about it. I do talk about the inner child because after a job loss, and I know this personally because I worked at my same job that I worked at for almost 21 years, and you know what? It ended. And there was another big loss where I was beating myself up, crying, going boo-hooing, and I know you're doing that right now. And I finally just said, you know what? I started taking a good look at myself, and I decided to be one of those people who decided not to rely on anybody but God, or relying on the inner strength that I have. And you know what? That inner strength has been ignored for so long that now that it's opening up, I'm not about to shut that down, and nor should you, So when I ask you, when you're flying a kite, when was the last time you did that? I know for me, the last time I flew a kite was 100 years ago. No, it wasn't that long, but it was long ago, But the last time I colored was just last week, You own your own path, Yes, the job market is shaky. I am not going to lie. It is so shaky that you're wondering what to do next, especially this job market. It's unreal. I've been in broadcasting since I was a teenager, and the media is laying people off, and they're calling themselves redundancy, or they're not making any profit. Well, get corporate out. Get corporate out of broadcasting. You'd be surprised on what you pick up, or helps people have some creativity going on, and they're just simply just squashing it down. That's the stuff that makes no sense to me. But, for those of you who are searching for a new job, I want you to tell yourself these 4 words every day. I want you to write it down. And if you're feeling blue, I want you to go back and read it again. All right? You're going to tell yourself, I am strong. I am intelligent. I am worthy. I am resilient. It's amazing. Those 4 words that I'm giving you gives you the empowerment and embracing things that are out of your control. You know the saying, what things can or I cannot control. I cannot control the weather. I cannot avoid a job loss. That's already happened. But what I can control is how I'm reacting to the situation. And you know what? That's just as important as being your inner self. So I personally decided to be my own boss, took a huge leap of faith, and I am trying to be a travel agency. I have been working hard. I really have. Between certifications, the classes, the building a website, building up a brand, that takes a lot of work, doesn't it? And you never even thought about it. So I'm right there with you. But you know what? Getting laid off was possibly the best thing that has ever happened. I am still in touch with my broadcasting self. I really am. But what I do is I produce my own commercials. I produce my own podcasts. I have control and my creativity with me at all times. So yes, I might tell a crazy short story, but you know what? That short story is a part of me. It's how I feel joy and how I feel love. And so when my cat passed away, yeah, I had a hard time being able to focus on everything. And, she was my baby girl. And she was a very spoiled kitty. And she would have told you, yes, she is. But she knew she was loved. So I want to give you some advice for today. And the invitation is simply go play. And I don't mean, beat yourself up. No, I want you to go play. Go fly that kite. Do it. Turns out you might be enjoying it, Go ahead and color, Go ahead and doodle. No one's going to sit there and judge what you're doing or not doing. So just do it, But I want to let you know, you should subscribe to our channel for Imagine Over 50. Hey, we are on Facebook and it's underutilized, but there's a social community page that you can join through Facebook. And what that is just a place for you having to rebuild, rejoin, becoming your inner you, getting in touch with God, the spirituality. It's important. It really is, because otherwise you're just going to tell somebody, oh, well, I'm not this and I'm not that. And, it's harder to say I am not strong. I mean, it's easy to say I'm not strong. I'm not intelligent. I am not worthy of anybody. But actuality, what you're doing is that you're giving yourself that negative self-talk. And I want you to reverse that self-talk into something positive, So join us on Facebook at Imagine Over 50. There's a community support page on there. Subscribe to our channel, and you can just simply email me at imagineover50@gmail.com. And in the meantime, I just want you to have a great day. It's very important. Bye.